Bro, my goodness, it has officially happened. We're finally getting the return of a highly avoided fighter, one of the most avoided fighters of the last decade. A former two-division world champion, former WBO junior middleweight champion, and former WBO middleweight champion. Highly rated United States amateur standout. Represented the USA back in 2008 at the Beijing Olympics and got robbed of a medal opportunity. Got robbed in the quarterfinals against a South Korean, wins that fight, goes to the semifinals, robbed of an opportunity to getting a medal. With a record of 32 wins, only one loss in his career. It's been a tough time. Has only fought 4 times in the last 6 years, 2 times in 2021, 2 times in 2023. His last fight, November 25th, against the Mexican monster David Benavidez. Y'all got an idea yet of what his name is? One of the most, let me add on, one of the most blackballed, but not just blackballed, lowballed, put to the shelf, avoided fighters of the decade. A fighter who was the example, gave the example of a dude who would try to get to you face to face, mano a mano, set up a fight. Wasn't about being all respectful, oh, we got to be friends to be able to get a fight, this and that. Was coming to dudes' press conferences, crashing them, trying to lock in these fights, calling people ducks, and was honestly, truthfully avoided. And all that harshness, the rashness, definitely kept some of his opponents from not wanting to give him the opportunity. Canelo Alvarez. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade is officially making his return to the sport of boxing following almost 3 years of inactivity, 2 years and a half. His last fight against David Benavidez, November of 2023. July 24th, Demetrius Andrade is finally returning, part of CES Boxing. Finally returning to the 168-pound division, the super middleweight division, looking to put himself back on the map. Wow, man. It has been a long-awaited return. He's going to be fighting at the Mohegan Sun Arena, about an hour and a half from where he's from. This is a good opportunity, hopefully, to get himself a bigger fight someday in the future, if it even matters. Doesn't even matter if Demetrius Andrade goes in there, looks absolutely fantastic. Is it even worth my time talking about a future super fight or future world title fights for Demetrius Andrade? For Andrade. It's too hard to tell. With the inactivity and the work, the blackballed work that's been done around this man. Finally, he's getting an opportunity again, but we don't know what this is gonna, what this is gonna create. We don't know who the opponent is, who he's gonna be facing, what type of level he's gonna be facing. But I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm excited as hell, bro. Demetrius Andrade was one of those fighters that I actually liked a lot. I know some people didn't like the harshness and rashness, Canelo Alvarez fans. But I like the ruthlessness that Demetrius used to show us. I loved it. And I currently want more of that in the sport of boxing right now. Y'all see what Ashaki Foster's doing? Calling out Ray Ford, calling out Shakur Stevenson. Ain't nothing friendly over here. Ain't no friendly games. Ain't nobody being friends in the sport of... We don't want that. People mad at Shakur Stevenson for stepping into O'Shaquie Foster's ring right after AB ran him forward for the type of tenacity that he brought. I like that. As a boxing fan, that's what we want to see to hype up the future fight. Continue to build it up. Some people ain't going to like it, but I like that rashness and harshness. It could definitely rub people the wrong way and even rub certain fighters the wrong way to the point where they want to avoid you. When it should be the other way around, dog. What happened to somebody in your hood comes to your hood, comes to your goddamn house, to your store, wherever you're posted up, and some dude calls you out. He's talking the most crap on you. What are you going to do? Avoid him? Because you don't roll like that? Because you don't like that this guy's disrespecting you? So you know what? I'm just not going to give him my time. Because I'm a big money guy. Oh, everybody wants the money. Nah, bro. Nah. I'm excited to see Demetrius Andrade back to the world of boxing. The question is, are the boxing fans excited? Do people still want to see this guy? Do people still want to put the time in Demetrius Andrade and try to build him up, you know, try to do what it takes to get his name out there? Just like how I'm talking about him right now on my YouTube channel. Not every YouTube channel out there is reporting that Demetrius Andrade is back. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I know one thing. I'm excited as how July 24th. I hope they give him a somewhat good opponent. And if not, hopefully he gets a fantastic knockout victory. Something amazing happens for the sake of the future in his career. The dude's 38. The dude's 38. Like I said, he's only fought 4 times in 6 years. Last fight was in November against David the Mexican Monster Benavidez. And let's talk about that fight. I know a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't do their research on Andrade. They just look at that fight. And if you weren't, you know, paying attention to it leading up, or you don't even know anything about this, the one loss that Andrade has on his career against David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, the dude was going through one of the toughest times in his life. The dude was having to train at the same time while his mom, you know, slipped into a diabetic coma, fighting for her life inside the hospital. Then his brother gets shot. Demetrius Andrade talks about being at the 4th floor in the hospital, visiting his mom, and then going to the 5th floor, visiting his brother at the same time. And then having to go to practice, having to go train after that. Says at the time, him and his father were having issues, trying to figure out who was going to take care of who. And Demetrius, you know, was heading into the biggest fight of his career. You're leading up to that fight, people were saying, oh, the winner out of this fight, David the Mexican Monster Benavidez and Demetrius Boo-Boo Andrade, was eventually going to face Canelo Alvarez. Now, Canelo was avoiding both of them. And we know that never happened to this day. But Demetrius Andrade was one of the most skilled fighters that just never got what he deserved. Never got what he deserved, man. A lot of people talk about his resume and the type of fighters that he's fought. Wow. How can we speak on that when the fighters that he's won to fought, when the fighters that he was trying to fight with the resume that would have gave him the accolades, the resume to argue, when none of those dudes wanted to step in the ring with him? How was it possible? It's not fair, bro. But the boxing world is absolutely diabolical, and they've been diabolical on Demetrius Andrade's career this whole time. But let me know what you guys think, man. I'm just excited. July 24th. It's not too far away. Demetrius looking to make his South a notable opponent in the super middleweight division once again. Let me know what you guys think, man. Breaking news. I'm out.